TikTok algorithm has changed once again. And I'm going to explain to you not only how the TikTok algorithm works, but I'm going to give you some hacks to get past that 200 to 300 view mark. If you're new to this channel, I'm Jupp. I'm a full-time content creator, digital marketer and entrepreneur, and I help people grow online and helping them transform their influence into income. So if this sounds right up your street, make sure you hit that subscribe button and enjoy the rest of this video. So when you upload a video, your video will go through various different stages, and if you can get past certain sections or phases, you'll then start moving on to the next one. For example, when you first upload a video, this is called phase 1, and this will get shown to about 200 to 800 people. Now, the video will start getting pushed over 300 views if it gets a certain amount of engagement, okay? So one of the biggest ones with the new TikTok algorithm is if your video gets followers from that post, so if you post a video and you start getting followers from that post, it will start to push out to more people because TikTok's thinking, oh hey, this content must be really good because people are following this creator because of this piece of content. Other metrics count as well, like likes and engagement, especially engagement, and I mean engagement like saves and shares. It will get pushed out to more people, and then we come into phase 2. Other factors also count as well, like watch time. So the more people watch the video over and over again, it will get shown to more people. So after this phase 1, the algorithm is going to decide if people are actually enjoying your content or not, and then it will decide to push it into phase 2. Now phase 2 is a good start because this is when it's going to go between 1,000 and 10,000 views, and you've got potential for it to increase even more. This will be determined by how much engagement the video gets and so on. During this process, TikTok is collecting more data about your video and who it should push it to, like the right audience. Give it a couple of weeks or 30 days first until you decide to delete the video. I suggest if your video doesn't get past over 300 views after 30 days, then re-look at your video, change the hook, make it shorter, try a different way of delivering your message. But give it 30 days first. There is such a thing called a delayed explosion where your views can just suddenly jump up. For example, one of my videos, which had a really slow start, now is on 3 million views. Now, when we can get to phase 3, this is a really exciting part because your video is going to get shown up to, like, say, 100,000 plus viewers. And TikTok is going to get so much information about your video and the type of audience it should recommend you other pieces of content to. And you'll start to see some really good traction on your video because TikTok is really working out and starting to know who your ideal audience is on the platform. Now, when you can get to phase 4, this is when the magic happens because this will be like 3 million views and plus, and this is when the video is going to go, like, say, worldwide. Now, I do actually think like a manual check will happen, like somebody actually viewing the content to allow it to get to this stage, simply because, TikTok as a company wants to have a good image and it doesn't want anything which is, illegal, and it goes against their rules and relegations, if you see what I mean. If you think about it, you don't really see anything on TikTok which is too offensive, do you? Because someone's actually reviewed that content and not allowed it on the platform. So once this has happened, this little manual review, then it blows up and goes viral worldwide. Now you know how the algorithm works, so as an idea about the algorithm works, what are some hacks you can do on TikTok to help blow up your account or increase your followers or even views? So first hack is how to get people to watch your video more or all the way through. Because if you get people to watch your video all the way through, or a good percentage, TikTok's going to reward you by getting it shown to more people. Now, one of the first things you could do on this is by having a really good hook in the beginning for the first 3 seconds, which is going to make somebody want to watch the video. Now, make sure you have a hook as a title at the top, but make sure it's not all the way at the top, because a lot of people put it all the way at the top and you can't see it because you've got the For You page section and your friends section, yeah? But also make sure there is a hook, like in the caption, so people can read it, because people might not necessarily see the title at the top or in the middle, wherever you've placed it, and they might not see it, at the bottom. So make sure you're saying the hook, make sure you've got it at the top, and make sure you've got it in the caption. That grabs someone's attention so they think, oh, what's this all about? I want to watch it. Now, I've talked about a hook with the video as well, but if you really want to convert new viewers into followers or people checking out your video, right? Some people say, do a call to action at the end where you say, like, follow for more tips or follow for my next video. But what about if people don't watch until the end? You know, they're bored of your video or they've got to do something, etc. So a really good strategy to do is add a call to action after your hook. Follow or lose, for example, or follow so you can see the next part. Put it in the beginning of the video and you can always put it at the end. Another example was a call to value instead, which a lot of people don't talk about. So a call to value is to, you know, say the reason why people should follow you. For example, I could say something like, if you want to grow your social media online presence, make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss out on future tips and tutorials. That gives people a reason to think about why they should follow me. And if I put that in the beginning of the video after my hook, I've got a much better chance of someone following me, and then put it right at the end when somebody might actually decide to skip the video for whatever reason and they even miss that call to action. And people do need instructions. The next hack I'm going to tell you to do in your content is called the 2-second rule. And what you do with this is every 2 to 3 seconds, I want you to change the camera angle, zoom in a bit, zoom out, show a different scene, because this keeps people stimulated, okay? And they think, oh, new object, or oh, new background, or oh, new something, and it keeps them stimulated. If you're just talking like this the whole time, it may make people feel a bit bored. So make sure you change something every 2 seconds, and that could also include even your subtitles. Start to find it more entertaining, and they'll keep watching the video, and this will improve your watch time. It will get shown to more people. The next one is simply ask a question at the end of the video to entice some engagement. And if you don't put it at the end of the video, just put it as your first comment. Or you can ask a couple of questions. This will get people engaging, and then when they engage with you, ask them another question, because every time somebody writes a comment on your video, that will tell the TikTok algorithm it's a video worth engaging with, and it's going to boost your video a bit more with the views. So if you can have a conversation with someone, not only is it going to build rapport, build up trust, you know, it's going to build up a community, but every time you comment and engage, it's going to boost your video. So ask a question in the comments. Somebody says something, ask them another question. Even if it's just once or twice, ask them a question. It's going to boost that video, and every little helps. Talking about adding a question in the comments, you could also add extra value in the comments. So once you've done your video, add extra value. If you don't want to do it in the comments, you can also put it in the caption. So your caption, you could put loads of characters in it now. You couldn't do it before. So with your video at the end, you just say, now read the caption, or now read the comments, and add further entertainment or value in the caption or the comments to get people to look at it. Because once they've watched your video, they're going to have to read your tips, and they're going to have to read your caption, and that's going to increase the watch time, and then you might entice engagement, and then that's going to boost your video even more. Now, as TikTok is aiming for more SEO and wants to compete with Google and YouTube, for example, what you put in your caption and the keywords is really important now, even more important than hashtags. So it is really important to put the right keywords in your caption which are related to your content. This will help TikTok identify what your content's all about. But not only that, if you put in the right keywords, your content is going to get shown in the search bar, explore bar on TikTok when people are typing in stuff. And the best way to describe how to use keywords is just think about what you would type into YouTube if you're looking for a particular type of subject, a bit like this video, or what you would put into Google if you're looking for advice about something. For example, you might put, how do I fix my boiler? That's what you'd put in YouTube or Google, right? Same thing with TikTok. Somebody might put into TikTok at the top, how do I fix my boiler? So for example, if you're a boiler on your TikTok, you'd put as the caption, this is how I'm going to fix my boiler, or a boiler. Because if someone types that in the search bar at TikTok, and you've got it in your video, it's going to come up at the top of the feed. But this hack, which a lot of people don't know about, you can add lots of different terms in your caption. After you've done a few hashtags, for example, you could do more examples like how to do that, how to do this, how to do that. because that gives you more chances to get shown in the explore bar when people are typing stuff on TikTok, how to find things. And this is going to give your chances of better visibility and appearing on the platform and getting your content seen. Now, if you're struggling to think about how to do keywords or terms, just go to a website like answerthepublic.com and it's going to show you all the things people are typing into Google about your niche, questions, problems, what they're looking for, and just use that to help. Now I'm going to talk about hashtags, because even though I think hashtags are not as important as they used to be because of SEO keywords, they can still contribute to your video getting seen by more people. And TikTok hashtags can really help the algorithm help identify what your content is all about. But one of the biggest mistakes people make is they use the wrong type of hashtags, mainly like the generic ones like For You page and viral, for example. Now, the problem with these hashtags is because everybody else is also using them as well, it means your content is just going to get shown to random people. And then that increases your chances of having the wrong people consuming your content. Wrong people consume your content, it's not going to get pushed out more because they're not going to engage with it. Plus, if they follow you as well, they're probably not going to engage, and then that's not going to help your account grow in the long run. If you're a business as well, those people are not going to pay you either. Hashtags, it's up to you how many you use. But, you know, I've had great success with up to 8. With the SEO and keywords now, I'd say 3 to 5, 3 to 6 is plenty, because you really must not confuse what your content or your account's all about. And the problem with hashtags is if you do too many hashtags, it's really going to confuse TikTok what your post is all about. So less is actually more with hashtags. You know, and I recommend you mix in bigger hashtags with smaller hashtags for a nice balance there. So I'm on about smaller hashtags, which is like under 500k views or under 1 million. And then I'm talking about bigger hashtags over 1 million, right? But if you think about it, the smaller the hashtag, the more people are probably going to see your video if it's on a hashtag section, because there's less people on that section. Having said that, if there's not enough people on that hashtag using it, then is there any point using that hashtag? Because no one's even using that hashtag, so no one's going to see your video on the hashtag section. So your hashtags are also specific to the topic you're talking about and use a range. So for example, you've got broad hashtags, and these are like more generic. For example, social media or funny. Then you got specific hashtags, which is more like niche. So for example, if I'm in marketing or doing social media, I may want to use the hashtag TikTok tips or content creator, because it's more specific to what my account's all about or the topic I'm talking about. And you know, you can try experiment with these specific and broad hashtags and the sizes as well. You could even do a location hashtag if you are a small business, for example. Just experiment and see what works best and gives you the best results. So one of the best ways you can grow on TikTok is by building a community. And the first way you can do that is by replying to people's comments with a video reply. TikTok loves this because it helps create that family TikTok vibe, and in return your video is going to get more views and it's going to help you build a TikTok community. And what you can do with these videos is just add more value, give advice, say thank you, and engage with your comments, even negative comments. But the TikTok algorithm is going to love it, and your content is going to get shown to loads of people, and it makes it a really easy way to create content. It also makes you look like the bomb, because it shows you make an effort with people who interact with your content, and in return they'll probably do it again and again, and it makes you become a really likable account because you're actually making an effort with people back. And as you know, there's a lot of people who just ignore people, and I don't know why, because they're helping them push their content out and help building their following. Now the last hack is really powerful, and it's called the 10x2 strategy. And with this strategy, it's all about engagement and building connections with people. And the way you're going to do that is by you're going to go onto 10 accounts, small accounts in the same niche as you, okay, about similar themes, topics, and you're going to leave valuable comments on the post. So 10 different accounts. It could be funny, entertaining, more value, compliment, doesn't matter. Just leave value. And if you do it with 10 accounts, not only is that person who created the content going to see your comment, and they might check your profile out, they might follow you, they might share your content, they might do a duet, a stitch, whatever, but also their followers are going to see your comment, and they might be intrigued to check out your profile, and then follow you. Now think how powerful that is if you do that to 10 different accounts. But if you do it with 10 big accounts as well, which is why it's called 10 times 2, even more people are going to see your comments because they have a much bigger fan base. And I'm talking about accounts which have got over 50 to 100,000 followers, all right? So you can do 10 smaller accounts, 10 big accounts. And what's even better, by writing comments on these people's pages, they're going to see your post again on the For You page because you've interacted with someone in the same niche and it's all linked together, meaning more chances for you to get followed and your content seen. Now, I've got loads of other hacks and strategies you can use on this platform to grow and monetize. Really liked this video and you found it valuable, please hit that like button and please press the subscribe button below. Feel free to ask me any questions and I will see you on the next one.